Oh yeah, this is where it gets painful.
All right, welcome back to the pod this week. Back here with my friend Jared. And I know Jared's been on a lot of weeks in a row, and I think he's going to be a fixture on this pod going forward. And
I have nothing going on. I'm so lonely. Sorry.
And here's the reason why. I'm glad you brought that up. Because what matters the most in fantasy football, in work, in life, it's availability. And Jared's available, okay? He's there for the boys.
23-7.
And you know why I'm gonna have a guy on. Hold on. I'm gonna have a guy on who is here willing to talk fantasy football, best bets, down bad, back up with the boys. So I'm gonna have him on, and you're gonna have to deal with it. So I hope you guys like Jared being on here because I know I do. Jay.
Oh, this is all I got. So thank you.
That's all he's got. All right, special guest, first time Potter with us. We tried to get him on last year, didn't work out, didn't have a great season, but I think he's on the rise this year. So we're going to bring him in right now. It's our good friend, Matthew Woolery, ladies and gentlemen.
How you doing?
Yeah.
Happy to
Wooly, welcome to the pod. I know we've tried to get you on before. Glad it worked out this week. Thoughts coming on. What are you going to bring? What's the energy like?
I'm just going with the flow right now. I know it didn't work out last year, which is a bummer. I think I wanted to stake my, I belong here in this league. So last year I was a little bit hesitant, and obviously with a very poor showing, I think I was in the bottom 3. I wanted to prove myself this year, and we're off to a bumpy start, but making some trades, making things happen. Been riding that waiver wire Wednesday, Friday, Sunday, getting after it. So excited to be here.
Every damn day.
Every damn day, baby. Well, we're happy you can join us. Pleasure to have you on. We're going to jump into the Vikings recap at the beginning, and wanted to start off quick. I don't know how much you're going to be able to add to this segment, Wooly, because I know on Sunday you were a little busy running a fake Twin Cities marathon. Why don't you just walk the listeners through what happened with that whole situation?
Well, it's more of a jog, Aiden, but
okay.
Sorry. Go through it. So woke up. Well, I didn't really sleep that great. Honestly, for the 3 nights prior to, I was dreaming about the marathon, having those, half nightmares. You're like, oh shit, I missed the race. I'm going to be late. And I got to have my mom drive me to halfway through or something. I woke up, saw that it was what's called black flag conditions, which means that the race, the weather conditions are too extreme to allow the Twin Cities Marathon Committee to let it proceed. And I was just thinking, fuck that. I just wasted my whole summer trying to train for this. I thought Aiden was too. I mean, that's aside from the point. Anyway, it was a hot one. I
have a comment. But you go ahead. I have a comment on that.
All right. It was a hot one. I felt good probably until about mile 15. I felt some cramps coming in. And for side note, my training never cramped once the entire time. So it was new to me, and I was kind of getting pissed off. And by mile 23, I was cramping like crazy from my toes up to my hips. Every single muscle in both legs were seizing up. People were giving me anything they could. At one point, I had a White Castle burger. I had a donut.
Oh, yeah.
Ham's beer, some maple syrup. Some little kids sprayed me with a hose, right in the face. It was supposed to be a misting setting, but it was more of a bullet setting. That kind of sucked, but I was too tired to whoop some ass. So at that point, I just kind of peg-legged it to the finish line. The last mile really sucked, but I got it done, and I'm just happy to put it behind me. I would not recommend it to anybody.
Oh, my God.
Wow.
Okay, so I know I'm going to get some grief because I didn't run the marathon, and here's what I want to say about that. There's 2 types of runners, right? There's Wooly, who's just in love with the game. He's going to run it no matter what. It's not about wins and losses, what place you finish in, black flag, doesn't matter. He's going to do it. I'm competitive in nature. Okay. So if there's nothing to race for, why am I doing it? So I saw that black flag and I was like, there's nothing for me here. I'm trying to get to Boston. I'm trying to get to the top of the league. So when I saw that it was a waste of time, I was never going to run it. Once I saw that black flag, but obviously, next year going to be in there with you and, hopefully racing for some championships, some medals, some trophies, whatever it may be.
Yeah. I mean, that since they canceled it, I probably get a free credit for next year, which is exactly what I want to do.
Yeah.
The marathon.
Well, you know what you did wrong now. You can come back stronger.
And segue into the Vikings, I think there might have been some cosmic karma there with you not crossing the finish line. Might have been right in sync with that 99-yard pick six.
Actually,
it may have been. I don't. Last thing on the marathon, I will say, if you're not following Wooly on Instagram, got to post some shirtless photos. And this guy is fucking jacked. What, dude? It is. I mean, it's unreal.
I got
Wooly. What is the workout regimen? And please don't tell me that it involves like working out a ton.
No.
Please tell me that's not it.
Basically, beers, burgers, brats. That's all you need.
Fucking love it.
And like
fucking love
it. 2 years ago, haven't been since.
Wait, there's no shirtless pics here. It must have been on his story. What the hell?
Maybe it was on the story. We'll get those post link down below. Okay, segueing into the Vikings, Minnesota Vikings. Thank fucking God we get a dub this week. Vikings win 21-13 against the Carolina Panthers, who are now 0-4. Had to have it for any type of season. Kirk Cousins, couple of interceptions, as we mentioned, the 99-yard interception return touchdown, pretty brutal early on. Thought it was just going to be like absolute shit show Vikings like we normally see. But after that, turned it around. Also had a weird pick at the end of the half where it just got deflected, I think, and just 50 yards up in the air, like easy pick. But JJ looked good. The team looked good. Harrison Smith, revival.
Beast
looked.
mode.
He was all over the field. Didn't win Defensive Player of the NFC this week. Think he should have.
Who did?
Young body.
The guy who got
was like,
is Khalil Mack in the NFC or no? He has
Khalil
6
Mack?
sacks.
He had
That's the only
6
thing
sacks this week?
Yeah. Off
Yeah.
he's Khalil of old.
Oh my God. Okay. Well,
Harrison's
legit.
record too. What was it? The 14 combined tackles, 3 sacks, 1 forced fumble. That's never been done. I mean, that's a unique stat, but
How old is he too? Like
4.
that's insane. It felt like he was everywhere, like at every play. Obviously had the forced fumble on the fumble return for us from DJ Wanham.
That
Biggest
guy's
play of the game.
dude, he was everywhere.
Yeah. Oh, it again, like I would have liked us to destroy this team, which we definitely didn't. Always comes down to the wire with us. Can't win a game. Are we capable of winning a game by more than 2 possessions?
Can you remember the last time we did that? Has it been 5 years?
I saw some stat where it was like the Vikings are the last time that we won a game by 3 possessions. So that would have to be 17 points, was like 2019. So it's been 4 years of this fucking shit.
Was that
where
at TCF then? Or when was US Bank built?
US Bank was
2019 or
in college when they were playing at TCF?
That playoff game Tate and Josh went to was the last season.
Oh yeah, that was
right?
junior year.
okay.
So it was probably like our like first or second year at US Bank.
Mm.
It's just been a fucking struggle bus. But I saw some good things, like Justin Jefferson again just looks unguardable. Looks like
And you should have had
the
2
best.
touchdowns. They called that. Well, it was a.
well, he had 2.
Oh,
He
he
should
did
have
have
3.
2. He should 3.
Yeah. Should have had 3 touchdowns. That one, that holding call was kind of bullshit. And our running backs got going too. Cam Akers, 5 carries for 40 yards. And I kind of like it too because they're playing off each other too. Because I feel like Madison knows that his job is like this fucking close from getting taken, which is lighting the fire under his ass. So he had 17 carries for 95 yards, looked pretty good. Kind of a mediocre day from Kirk, but did what he had to do. Only threw it 19 times, kind of low. But I think he's leading the league in passing yards.
I think second, maybe.
Second
or
behind
third. Yeah, last week
Tua.
was tough for that, but yeah, he's up there. Top 3.
Yeah. But, we, again, needed the win. We have kind of a brutal stretch coming up. We have the Chiefs on Sunday. You think we're going to win this game? Anybody?
Kirktober, anything can happen.
He has like the best record.
I think he's
of
undefeated
any quarterback
in October, right?
They
Isn't he 20-0?
Feels like it. 50-0? 100.
Give it a couple years.
I mean,
0.
you watched that Jets game too. Patrick Mahomes did not look very good. I mean, maybe they're writing him off, but still, they're coming off of we didn't play like we should. We're coming off first fucking win. Anything can happen.
We're either gonna win by 1 score or we're gonna lose by like 40. There's no alternative to that. So it's gonna be a nail biter to the end, or we're gonna know in like the first quarter that we suck ass.
I think it's at home, right?
It's at home.
Yeah. So I think the NFL caught a lot of flack for all this Taylor Swift stuff this week. So I think it should be an even playing field at least. Like last week, it just seemed like the Chiefs are going to win no matter what, just because of all the marketing.
Taylor.
Yeah, they're just going to like make them win.
It's like in their Instagram bio. Like
It's so
we're
cringy.
all Swifties.
I'm
Chiefs
a
are 2-0.
listen. I'm a Swiftie. I get it, but is NFL not run by men? Okay.
Well, that she went to the Jets game to block her what is it called? Like anything notoriety about her emissions from private jets. So when you type in Taylor Swift Jets, it just comes up as a football game.
Hell yeah.
I mean,
Lights back and forth.
I mean, the move is unreal. Like no one's mad at the propaganda that's being put out there, but it's just like
she's just outmaneuvering the NFL at every turn right now.
I would almost ask, they can't keep getting away with this. They can't, but they might. No way she's coming to US Bank. Is there any report out there that she's going to come?
I don't think so.
Starting a tour soon.
Yeah, she has to start resting up. No more screaming. She has to nurse those vocal cords. She'll be there and we'll lose by 20. You're right.
Yeah. Well, regardless, Vikes get a much needed win. We'll see how the season goes from here. The NFC North is up for grabs. It feels like, we're not too far behind. Can we string some wins together? Can we beat these teams like the Chiefs, the Niners? And then we just have to smoke the Bears. Like we can't have the typical Vikings game against the Bears where it's close because this team fucking sucks ass.
I was talking to a buddy this week at work, and it's like the Bears will go 1-16, and they will get one against the Vikes. You can almost guarantee that. But
yeah,
it's kind of nice, like going 0-3, and just like no expectations now. It's not like last year where we're like the whole year you're like on that jersey. You're just like, don't really care if we win some games. Oh yeah,
right. It's like it's gonna pretty soon. We're gonna know what we're gonna be. If we lose like Chiefs, Niners, it's over.
And what do we always say about the man above giving us the hardest road? Trust me, he works through Kirk in mysterious ways.
Absolutely does.
Absolutely does. That game too, getting fueled up. It's just gotta
let it run. All right. So Vikings 1-3. We'll see what the rest of the season has for us. Going back into our recurring segment, down bad, back up. We're going to switch things up this week. I'm going to go first. My down bad for this week is myself. I had a really unfortunate week in fantasy. Went up against one of the weaker teams in the league in Justin Thompson. Starting out the week, projections were high for me. Projections were low for JT. Really thought I was going to come away with an easy 2 wins this week. Unfortunately, that's not how it played out. Going into the Monday night game, I had a chance at securing the 2 points. I was 6th in scoring. I had like a 30-something point lead against JT. He had 3 players, Kenneth Walker, DK Metcalf, and Seattle D. So he was really banking on a good Seattle performance. And they definitely got it. He put up 27 with Seattle defense. Ultimate killer. DK Metcalf got a touchdown. Kenneth Walker got a touchdown. Both scored a double-digit points. So it's kind of like one of those brutal fantasy things, especially on Monday night, where you're like, holy shit, like I might squeak out these 2 points to getting absolutely fucking nothing. Much needed win for JT. I think he might be in a backup for someone, but just brutal in those Sunday night games. Have you guys had like one of those just last second losses? It wasn't even last second for me. I lost like halfway through the third quarter, but
Yeah, I was kind of in the same boat. Like I got the win over Josh, but I was trying to get that scoring point, and I just needed to lock it to get the touchdown. And he's been MIA since week 2, so that's how it goes.
fucking brutal. But congratulations to JT. Got it done. Happy for him. You never want to see someone like 0-8 in this league and just bottom of the barrel. So happy that he got the 2 points. My backup for this week, gonna stray away from football. Gonna go to our Minnesota Twins, baby. So on Tuesday, got the win against Toronto, broke the streak of 18 straight playoff losses. We won 3-1. Royce Lewis looks like the fucking man. Hit 2 home runs. The stadium was electric. So happy. Everyone there. It was packed. Super fun to get the win, but the job wasn't done. What did I do? Bought last second tickets. Went to the game last night, and I think it was the most fun Twins experience I've ever had. Like everyone's on their feet. You know what? At baseball games sometimes, or even at like any sporting event, it's like awkward to stand up on a big play because there's old people behind you. Like people are pissed off. They just want you to sit down. Everyone is standing for every big, 2 strikes, last out of the inning. When Royce Lewis came up for at bat, everyone stood through the entire thing, and the stadium was electric. And what did we do? 1-2-0, had some awesome plays in it. Our pitching staff was unreal, and we're moving on. We're going to the ALDS, baby. So, you guys think you're going to go to a game? Jared, are you going to move back? What if it goes into like early November? Would you come back for a game?
No, but sounds electric.
Wool, are you going to get to a game?
I think I'd love to. I actually, sadly enough, I have not made it to a single game this year, so now's not a better time. There isn't a better time than now.
Yeah. They were pretty cheap. I think tickets, when I bought them, it was like $24 with fees. It ends up being like $105, but not bad.
Right.
It's nice having a team in the playoffs. It's like, oh, we can hang like with people. Like we can definitely win some games. It's not just like, oh, we're gonna get bounced. Beat any Minnesota sports team. It's just like, oh yeah, our pitching's good. When's the last time our pitching was good? Honestly,
Never. That what was that? The last time we made the playoffs, the Bomba year where we broke the record. It was like, oh, we're gonna score like 10 runs every game. It's like, nope, we're just gonna suck dick.
Nope.
Yeah, our quarterback Kirk, he actually went out and bought tickets too. He didn't pull a favor or anything like that. Just a class act.
Dude,
took the whole fam.
Every week, every single week, you don't think you can like this man anymore.
Oh my God. Like, he's just the man. He's
Mhm.
just sitting there. Just
These look
a-
like good seats. No, we don't want to go too expensive, so we'll get not on any third baseline or anything like that, but it's good.
How pissed is his wife? Like, he's probably getting bothered the entire game.
Well, he was
She's
saying
just
like at first it wasn't too bad, but then you start hearing whispers, and
yeah,
he thought he was
One-
incognito with a hat and sunglasses. He said, and it's like,
dude, that's
no,
that's what
we
you
all know what you look like, dude.
that's what you look like all the time. Like, what are you talking about? Kirk.
Wearing a Viking shirt.
Yeah,
Wearing his own jersey.
How'd you know?
Who the fuck told you? Yeah, so Minnesota Twins back as up as you can be during this segment.
you know what was awesome too? PMT on Wednesday started out hot, like praising the Twins, just like congrats, and it's like, man, you never hear them talking good about Minnesota sports on there, so that was awesome.
Oh no, never. Yeah, I mean and it's kind of funny. Like, I feel like that record, the 18 straight, which was talked about so much in the past couple of years, but it's like I didn't even know about that until 2018. It always just kind of felt like, oh yeah, Twins are good. We're in the playoffs. Ah, shit, we lost. Like, I feel like I didn't know about it until it was at like 16 losses.
Yeah, you start thinking back, you're like, no, we definitely won some games in those series. No, we just got swept.
Yeah, just murdered. So there you go.
Back up,
I forget
baby.
who was the segue for the down bad backup. Was it Wooly or you?
I don't know.
I'm gonna send Wooly. Wooly,
Go.
you're down bad.
Down bad, going away from the sports category. I'm just going to say the grand old party. They ousted the Speaker of the House for the first time in history. I guess that's a pretty good own to the libs to do that to yourself. Now you're just gridlocked, paralyzed, and you kind of got to feel bad for all the public workers out there. Probably not going to get paid in 41 days, but sick move.
Wait, is the government shut down?
No,
They
it's furlough, basically.
Short budget. It's good for like 40 something days, but after that, they don't have any like long-term solution for it. And now without the Speaker of the House, there's really no one to kind of keep the ball rolling on any of it. And the whole focus is on electing who's going to be the next speaker.
So how do I do that in my job? Like, how do I get out of work for the next 40 days?
Just say you work for the government.
You could probably try to, whoever the CEO is, you could probably try to oust them.
And
I don't know. Yeah.
I call
how
an
do
election.
Just put it to a vote, man.
It's anonymous.
Willie, I don't know who you're playing to on this pod with that down bad. Like, you're gonna have to explain things in like baby terms because I don't think anyone knows what the fuck is going on.
And we're all the listeners are hard right wingers, so I don't know what your deal is.
You're coming in
funniest-
hot. First pod, I don't know.
There's a couple funny things that come out of this. First, people are honestly thinking like Donald Trump is going to be speaker. Like Marjorie Taylor Greene is like, I'm putting Trump. It's like, how does that? I don't even know if that's possible.
That doesn't make any sense. He's not a part of the legislature.
I know, that's so funny. But the other crazy thing that came out was when McCarthy took over, he didn't kick Pelosi out of the speaker's house or not house office. And the new guy who's like standing in, like his first thing was like, no, Pelosi, you're out of that office. Like that's the big thing. That's the only thing they care about is who's office.
That's all that matters.
And honestly, that is all that matters.
Hey, we got her out. We got her out.
Came in, desk, marked his territory. He's like, this shit's mine now.
It's over. It's over.
No, I just thought it's not trying to pry either side. It's funny.
Yeah, you
It's
are.
funny.
You know what you're doing. I love it.
You know what? We're going to cut this short. That was AC's fantasy recap. Catch us next week. Wooly, you're back up.
Back up. Probably way too premature, but I got to be a little bit biased here. Justin Fields. I think I spent definitely double digits. I want to say $14 at least on him. It's been mediocre to say the best. I mean, the Bears, everyone agrees they're the worst team in the league by far. But going up against the Broncos, them just having a 70 bomb dropped you got to know he's just going to go off. And I think this might be the confidence boost he needs to keep going forward.
So I think the concern with Justin Fields, and I agree, finally went off for you. I had him. I obviously made a big trade last year for him. And he
Obviously.
Have you guys been following the pod? But what he's not doing this year that he was doing last year is it felt like every week he was getting those like 60-yard touchdown runs. And I feel like his rushing hasn't really been there this year. You have him, so has it been good, or does he need a little more of that?
Really, I think their new OC, I can't remember his name. I'm probably just the play calling around it. And honestly, I haven't watched too many Bears games because it just does not interest me. But can't imagine the O-line's helping out. It just sounds like all around, even listening to like PMT with Big Cat being a Bears fan, that's just where I get most of my knowledge on it, honestly.
Yeah.
It's just a dumpster fire there. So I just have to imagine, like, just let him fucking run. Why not? He's young. And if he's not going to be your future, why not just break him? Just fucking force him to go down the field every year.
Right.
They're poised to have the number 1 and 2 picks right now. If it goes, whatever, lose almost.
How do they have that? I saw that stat too, but
I think it was so the Panthers like traded away everything to get Bryce Young, just to have whatever pick they had last year. Right?
Ooh.
So that was
right. So that's how they got DJ
swap.
Moore.
Yeah,
too.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Sorry, that's my dishwasher going off. If you
It's
can hear that in the
ice cream truck.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, I'm definitely happy for you. I think it is a little premature, Justin Fields backup, but you got to take what you can get.
Hey, actually, what are they kicking off right now?
Yeah, like
should be kicking off. Yeah, in like 10 minutes.
Yeah, and my rule of thumb is always not to start a QB or typically on a Thursday night, but I'm doing it just because I fucking said it here, so I got to ride it.
I don't even know. Wait, I don't know. Do I have Bears or Washington players? Okay, we're going to take a quick pause for me to check my lineup really quick.
Wooly, what's your record? You are what?
4-4 now.
4-4. Oh, shoot. Oh, yeah. You're in it. You in this?
You started off really hot, though. You were like top dog after week 1, right?
Oh, I went last year, too, where my team just like dropped near the highest like number of points and then just fucking shit for that. I don't get hopes up too quickly knowing this. I don't know why this always happens, that players are like, oh yeah, I'm gonna go and show out, and then just coaches make the decision, yeah, you're not really right for this team, so get in the bench.
Yeah, you get coach fucked is what you're saying.
Yeah, it's not me.
It's not your players, it's the coaches.
You're doing everything right, it sounds like.
Yeah,
thanks, yeah.
Absolutely.
Willie, this is your second year or third year in the league?
Second year.
Yeah.
Damn, it seems like your third year. Crazy.
Feels like you've been part of the league for 10 years, man.
I think I did 3 because I want to say my first year was not an auction draft.
Yeah.
I think I was just like middle of the pack first year. Josh has the stats. He'll have to pull it up.
Yeah, Josh, do something. Like, are you
We gotta
listening to
get
the
our,
pod? Figure it out.
We got to get our ESPN stats from the last couple of years loaded in the sleeper somehow. That was the cool part about ESPN.
What do you guys think? Like, do you think Josh has a hard job? Or do you think it's just fucking easy and he complains about it?
Yeah, probably the second option there.
One thing I've learned about working remotely, you can spin anything any way you want to.
I agree with that 100%.
Good or bad?
Yeah, absolutely. Jared, we're going to get to your down bad. Did you have something you wanted to do before?
Yeah, I just had a little sponsor. This week is brought to you by Smirnoff Ice.
Ooh.
All right.
I know those are tasty
here, but after last week, we have 3 Smirnoff chugs due. Aaron nods in, you yourself, AC. Guys like me and Wooly, we just get it done. We don't complain. Some people play awesome music. Shout out Creed, stuck in my head all morning after I watched that video. Sam also owes 1 plus interest, so I'm going to say he owes us 4 ices.
What's the deal with that, man? Can he do a fucking ice? Are there liquor stores in Chicago?
He doesn't have anything going on. There's no reason it shouldn't have been done.
Oh my god, ridiculous.
Just frustrating. It's like we should.
So you're not going to chug one. You're just going to show it.
Hell no.
Okay.
They're hard.
I do owe one. Hey,
it was my first week without doing it.
Congrats.
I
will say your chugs are top notch. Absolutely. Thank you for bringing it to the league and, doing it with enthusiasm. It's amazing.
I've been thinking of a way to outdo yours, but I don't think it can be done. Like I was like, maybe I should get in a bathtub full of ice and do it. But I think I probably would just puke or something. My body would shut down.
It's something you don't want to prep for because you don't want to expect your team to give you a donut. But I think it was like right before bed, and it's like, oh shit, I have to do it. And I just grabbed a warm one. I didn't even have it in the fridge. So honestly, I think chugging a warm one was just as easy, if not easier, than a cold one for those that need to do it. And honestly, the pump up music, it helps get you in the mind zone.
So I will say on Sunday, I saw Wooly after the race, after the Vikings game, and I went up to him. I went to the liquor store beforehand and I tried to get a Smirnoff Ice, and they only had like screwdriver Smirnoff Ices. And I was like, I'm not buying a 6-pack of this shit. I'm going to wait for the original. I'm going to see what they have. And so it's coming. I will do it. I'll do it before the Sunday games. That's a promise.
I think you'll do it. I don't know if Nod's is tracking any of it. Like, I don't think he's even aware.
Do you want to throw out a money order for Nods?
If you're listening to this, I'll give you $1,000.
That's $1,200 on the table.
And there's no time limit. You can text me in 5 years that you finally listened to the podcast.
Oh,
and I'll give you interest too.
Wait a minute. This might be perfect timing. Give me 1 second.
Perfect.
Pretty sure it's like their whole business is staying afloat just because of.
Perfect.
I said I would do it. I'll do it live on the pod.
This is great.
I don't fuck around here. All right, boys. Cheers.
Cheers, buddy. Oh yeah, this is where it gets painful. That was good, AC. Let's go.
Jordan Addison, fuck you.
Come on. All right, I'm crossing you off the hit list, AC. Well done.
Cross me off the list, okay?
Did you see Addison dancing in the locker room like he did something too? He was right next to JJ. He's wearing all this shit. Oh, he's doing the shadur.
It's like, don't you guys know wins don't mean shit? It's about fantasy points, okay?
Yeah.
Okay, Jared, you're down bad.
All right, my down bad is 3 of us. We're all at the bottom of the standings. Me, JT, and Higgy, all for different reasons, right? Higgy's 1-7, but it's so much tougher for him because he has the most possible points that he could have scored. And yeah, you're never going to get that perfect, but it's just like, if you're Higgy, you're looking at that like, man, I should be at least middle of the pack.
Absolutely.
So that's a brutal stat. JT did have a good week last week, finally. Now, I don't want to jinx myself. This might be, I might be totally jinxing myself. But this week, his whole entire bench, and I'm playing him, is on bye. If I don't get at least 1 point here, I'm selling my team and I'm leaving the league.
Well, you mean his whole team is on bye? The Seattle Seahawks are on bye.
Yeah, the Seahawks.
That's what you mean. Okay.
But that's just tough. Like seeing his lineup change throughout the week, just like him picking up, like it's just there's no one on waivers to like help you in this situation. So
this is the most brutal waiver wire league I've been in ever. I mean, there's nobody to get. I
made a shit mistake by dropping Jahan Dotson. I was panicking trying to get a wide receiver. This is before the deal went through with Jeff and I think he was picked up by JT within 10 minutes.
Oh yeah.
They're gone.
But now
that was a nice trade though. Well,
that worked out for me for sure. That definitely gave me the I think that was what Williams had 24 points and I saw Pittman had 4 points, which I don't think is going to be the third, but that was a 21-point swing for me on that. So
Yeah, that was. I mean, I'm not gonna say you trade R-worded, Jeff, but you might have. So well done.
Might have happened.
see, I mean, he's putting up decent. He's putting up double-digit
I
points.
know, dude, his team is crazy.
I mean, his team is so stacked.
I've never had a projection of me being so fucking low at 33% chance to win off the bat.
Just no shot. Anything else on your down bad, Jay?
Just now that I said that, JT's going to score 150 points with these.
I might have. Hey, I thought I had an easy win, and he made it happen. So there you go.
And then my
backup.
Schneid's high score this week, 149. He's 6-2, looking good. His team is freaking stacked. Josh Allen, Swift, Jacobs, AJ Brown, IU, Kelsey. Like, he has a really solid team. And,
it's interesting, like the two guys, and this affected my draft grades, but the two guys who spent money right away, which was Schneid's and Jeff, like they didn't have any money within 15 minutes of the draft, are top dogs. So maybe that's a new strategy going in to next year. I don't know.
There might be like an overcorrection next year. Now we're all going to go hard for the top guys, and who knows?
Triple digits top guys.
Oh yeah.
JJ, $102
at least.
I'm gonna say it right now.
Yeah, the fact that Kieran is going to be like he's a mid-tier player. All right, well he's like one of my best right now.
Mm-hmm. Who knows?
Unreal. All right, that was our down bad back up. I know we said we were going to go through the matchups, but as I told you guys before, this is going to be a long ass pod because we also have Chris Bowman. He came in, blind ranked the team rosters and did pretty well. I think you guys are going to enjoy that. So what I'm going to do here is go through just the standings for us right now, and I'll share them on the screen.
Jeff top
currently
8-0.
Wait, share. How does this work? There we go. So Jeff, top dog, 8-0.
I just said that.
So Jeff is 7-2. Wait, no, 8-0. God, he's so happy too, especially after that ranking that I gave him.
You did this. You should have given him an A.
He's good every year, but he's going to choke in the playoffs. We all know this. He does it every year. So we got Jeff, 8-0. Schneid, 6-2. Love it. Schwecky, out of nowhere. I think I made fun of Schwecky last week on the pod. Tate, too. I'm not completely saying it's my fault, but he's coming on strong. Put up a couple of good weeks at 3. Myself at 4. Sam Elliott, and he's got Jay Taylor and Cooper Kupp potentially coming back, so could be a dangerous team. At 5, Josh at 6, Tate at 7, Wooly at 8. Wooly, how do you feel at 8 right now?
Not bad, actually. I'll take it.
4-4, right in the thick of it.
I mean, you're still
right where I want.
4-4 team, so you're right there.
Not too much attention on me, but just enough.
Yep.
Just enough. Nods at 9. Nods, I'm going to double down. $2,000 if you listen to this pod. Wooly, do you want to throw in 1,000 too?
Let's do it.
Okay, $3,000 for Nods if you make
yeah.
it this far in the pod. So, I mean, that pays for the next how many fantasy seasons? I can't do math. JT, 2-6 in 10th place. Jared, 2-6 in 11th. And Higgy, gotta win. But we can't keep doing Higgy down bad every week, At some point, something.
Here's the thing: I'm trying to make it personal for these guys. I'm trying to light a fire under their ass. You know what I'm saying?
That's what I'm doing with Jeff. It's the same thing, except it has backfired.
Yeah. Oh man,
too much. So there you go. Those are the standings. we'll see. Can I say it one more week? A lot of season left, or is this the last week?
Clock's ticking, but
Clock's
a lot
ticking.
of season.
Not much season left. All right, final segment before we end the pod. We're doing our best bets. Jared Bloom.
I'm up. All right, boys.
This one gets complicated, so we got to do it first because it's a lot.
I'm sleeper last week, and I'm trying to compile my stats for the whole year, but I have last week. I went 1-7. I know that sounds bad, but I broke even on units, so we're Gucci. It was just a wash. My last week's bet missed by 1. I think it was, I don't know what it was, but that was Addison receiving yards. Missed by that one, which sucks.
This was what happened
this week. You won't be able to bet this, but I'm going to give it to you as proof that the heater's starting up. This is a bet for tonight's game. Me and Sam cooked this up. It's just 3 legs. We got Herbert over 1.5 receptions, DJ Moore over 41.5 reception yards, Cole Kmet anytime touchdown score, and Howell the throw at least one interception. So that's times 8.46. $5 gets you 42.30. So once that hits, you're going to see that hit. Oh, okay. Things are starting.
Easy money.
Starting
Tail
to
the man.
Tail
the
man.
man.
So this leads into my bet this week. I was thinking about this. I was like, oh, I've been doing 4-leggers. I always miss by 1. Maybe I just do a 3-leg. That's the wrong attitude. Okay. 5-leg this week. 5 legs.
Come on.
This one's
Get
hit.
sick with it.
These first 2 have hit every single week. I think they're locks. CJ Stroud over 246 passing yards. Kirk over 1.5 passing touchdowns. All right. That's hit every week so far.
Okay.
I got Waddle over 62.5 reception yards. I think he's going to go off. He's due. He hasn't really had
He's due. He's super due. Super due.
This one's a fun one. You don't think about kicker points, but Jake Elliott for the Eagles over 7.5 kicking points. That's also hit every single week. Okay.
I get scared with kicker points, but if it hits every week,
that's why you're not going to win the money, baby. Final leg is Jamar Chase over 0.5 anytime touchdowns. This is times 17.3. That's big.
So this is where, if people have tailed some bets that haven't hit, what are you saying unit-wise to put on this one?
I just put $5 on these because $5 is going to get you 86 points.
No. You just have to give a number for unit. Don't give me your actual units. It's like one.
Oh, unit. Well, $5 is a 1/10 of a unit for me. Just put a unit.
Never say your unit, bro.
But
we don't unit shame. Again, I want to reiterate: no unit shaming on this podcast.
If you subscribe to my page and you tail everything I do every week, you're up probably 25 units this year, 35 units. I haven't crunched the numbers, but that feels right.
Unreal.
It's hitting. One of these weeks it's going to hit.
One of these weeks.
There's actually not a hole in this.
That's all it needs to do. It just needs to hit 1 week, and then we're good for the other weeks. Doesn't matter.
That's how gambling works.
It was actually
Wooly, certified gambler. That's how it works.
We should have never switched to sleeper because now, as soon as one of my bets loses, I'm just like, I need another one. All right, what am I doing? I'm just
give me one
always
more.
In the lab, baby.
I love it. Wooly, your best bet.
We could do let's do a Minnesota favorite. We're gonna take the money line, Gophers over Michigan plus 700.
Ooh.
Oh my God! Wait, this is not. We talked about for the viewers. We talked about best bets beforehand. This was not on the table. What the hell?
No, I'm going to keep it simple this week. I'm going to take the over on Colts versus Titans. I'm just interested in this division right now. AFC South, every single team is 2-2, and it's anyone's game. So I just think it's going to be a shootout. Texans, Jags, Titans, Colts. Well, I don't know. I think Jags are.
Do you want to give us the number on the over?
42.5.
42.5.
I like it.
Okay.
I like it.
I'm seeing 43. Do you still like it?
Ooh. Yeah.
You still like it? Okay. I like it. I like they. Oh, okay. Wait, Wooly, we're gonna get back to yours. We have a special guest. Special guest calling in. Special guest right here on the pod. This is
He's called you a fuck
Tate
boy.
Garrett. What did he just call me?
He said, "What up, fuck boy?"
DJ Moore.
Oh, I didn't see.
Did he score a touchdown? Okay, Tate, you're on the pod. We need your best bet for the week. Give it to us.
What?
Your best bet for Sunday.
My lock of the week.
Yeah.
It was Sam Howell.
Sam Howell over 12.5 rushing
I
yards.
have a new one.
You have a new one for Sunday.
I don't have one yet, but if it doesn't hit,
That was yours.
okay, that's it. That's it.
Sam Howell over 12.5 rushing yards. All right.
Yep.
That didn't work out how I wanted it to.
Who's beating?
So you just cut off Woolie's good bet for that.
Tate has been bothering me all week about like I want to, even if I'm not on the pod, I want my best bet on the pod,
And
and
he didn't have one.
he didn't have one. So, Wooly, back to your over. I love it. I think both these teams are frisky. I think they're gonna put up a lot of points, like you said.
I was getting nervous about Derrick Henry, but after this last week, he still got it.
Yeah, he had a
Well,
beast.
I got an option now too. I'm gonna keep it simple for now at 1. I want to see how it goes before I start getting some parlays going. Before I get up to Jared's level, not that confident yet.
Soon though.
We're getting there.
I'm just
I
thinking
love
about the 10 legger I'm going to place next week.
If
It
you
will
hit, oh man, the respect you're gonna have in this league when it hits.
Yeah, but I'm going to owe Nods a bunch of money. So I'm just trying to break.
He's
even
never
there.
listening. He doesn't care about this league.
True.
He's always good and he just never cares. You know, it's bullshit. All right.
What do you got?
Love your best bets, both of you. So I keep it simple here. I don't get too crazy. Last week I had Jags -3 in London against Atlanta hit. After I bet Jags the previous week didn't hit. So I'm 1-1. I'm going to fade Atlanta again this week. And a little interesting because I'm going to fade them with a team that I faded with my initial Jaguars bet when I bet Jaguars -9.5 against the Texans. I'm taking Texans plus 1.5. This team is good. CJ
Yeah.
Stroud is good. I like their offense. I like how poised, how mistake-free football CJ Stroud plays with the Texans. And I don't like the Falcons. I think they're dog shit. I like Bijan. Love Bijan. They should give him the ball every time. But Texans at Falcons plus 1.5. I think they win that game outright. Take money line. You know what?
I love it.
Changing the bet. Texans money line against the Falcons.
Let's go.
Yes.
Come
Do
on.
you think you just jinxed yourself and CJ might throw 3 interceptions now?
Probably, but whatever. I mean,
That's directly
Two
on you if it happens.
2 people watch this podcast. Like, you know.
CJ Stroud is one of them.
Who's gonna call me?
Okay, wait. You just remind me of something. So I post this podcast and it gets like 33 to 34 views. And there's 12 people in this league and only like 6 people listen to it from the league. So my theory is that some of these dudes in the NFL who are crazy, they look up everything about them. People like CJ Stroud lights a fire under their ass, you know?
You get 33 views on this? I literally thought we were operating in like the 5 to 6 zone, so I've been saying whatever I want. Holy
You haven't said anything too crazy. I edit it though, you know.
Holy shoot. Oh my.
Who's listening to this pod again?
Enzo
When I post
at least 20 times.
Enzo
Or comment.
maybe 20 times.
Reviews. Viewing again.
Viewing again. I watch them just for, reps, got to see
Yeah.
what I'm doing on this pod.
Take notes. Yeah.
Goes over.
Oh my God.
Gotta
All right.
paddle.
So yeah, pad the stats. Well, boys, parlay those bets. I mean, it's got to be how much money?
I mean,
Stupid
one leg
money.
already hit tonight. DJ Moore over on yards. Let's go. Hot start.
Easy money.
I
Easy
mean-
fucking money.
Fields is also he's coming up.
He's on the he's back up. Doubled up.
What's further than back up? What's the next level? We got to figure that out.
That's next level.
That's next level.
Well, boys, thank you for joining us this week. Wool, absolute pleasure. Hope you enjoyed it. We'll get you back on this season once you string a couple wins together and top
Yep.
dog.
Be a new year, new me. I'll figure out my technical issues too. For those listening, had a lot of issues before getting on here. I'm streaming from my phone right now.
So many issues.
We'll get it squared away, and
You're looking good. What do you got? The new iPhone?
yeah, I think so, something like that.
iPhone 6, is that the newest one?
BlackBerry.
BlackBerry.
One
Well-
comment. So you guys forgot two crucial movies: Scorsese, King of New York,
Ooh. I like
Yo.
that one.
Daniel Day-Lewis at his peak, and you got Liam Neeson in there,
John C. Riley, too.
John C. Riley as well.
True. Leo
one-
and Leo.
Black- Enough said.
Wait, what was the last one?
Yeah, you cut out.
Gladiator.
Oh, Gladiator. Yeah, yeah.
I think you mentioned that beforehand too, Jared, didn't you? Or Tate did?
Yeah. I think we have
Well-
to have like if we
Good.
do that something like that again, you have to have like a better spectrum because everything was just like so good. So it's really hard to figure out.
How much time do you want me to spend on this podcast that gets
More.
30 views?
That's a lot of views, man.
I gotta
Like,
curate
30
this
people.
shit.
Jeez.
All right, boys. Pleasure. Thanks for joining us.
Good.
Yep, later.